Hey guys, this is a whip tutorial video for Lindsey Davis. You were wanting to see a little bit of a how to crack in terms of a cattleman and an overhead using your 10-foot modern Indy. So I'm going to help you with that as much as I can. So I have my 8-foot modern Indy. This is the closest I could do for you, and I'll try to slow it down to maybe help you replicate your 10-foot, because of course having 2 less feet of a whip is a big difference. So as I mentioned too, it's a lot of practice and a lot of time. Typically what I would do if you're starting whip cracking, especially with like maybe a 6-foot all the way to a 10-foot, just start rolling the whip back and forth kind of like this. And this is what a lot of professionals like to recommend. So let's go ahead and get the feel for a whip kind of like this for a little bit. You know, you can even do it sideways a little bit, and then maybe more vertical so you can feel the rollout. This whip is going on 4 years old now, so you can see there's a really nice rollout here. And do that as much as you need. Next, when it comes to a cattleman, you're always going to want to start with the whip behind you. And it's going to be a nice, strong upward swing, and then you wait till the whip is behind you, and then you bring your arm down, letting the whip roll forward like this. Okay, so I'll just do that a couple more times, going up and down, and one more time here, just like so. So again, when I say that you want a strong upward swing, you're not going to want to do something like this and lash the whip down, because of course it's not going to crack and it's just going to look weird. So when you want to do it strong, you want to go just like that. Make sure there's no give on the body of the whip, so everything should be tense. There should be no give throughout the entire thumb. So again, you go up nice and strong like so. Okay, so once you have that nice strong swing up and you wait till the whip is behind you, right about, I would say there, you're going to want to bring your whip, or your arm rather, down. So after you go up, just bring your arm down. It's almost just a very fluid 1-2 motion. So I'm going to go up here and down. Try that one more time. Up and down. We're looking, again, nice strong up. And once it gets about, if you're thinking of a clock, about 9 o'clock. So go up, 9 o'clock, and down. So again, Lindsey, if you have any other questions about that crack, just drop me some comments. That's totally fine. Now let me show you what I'm talking about with the overhead crack. And this one is the best way to show you. I'll start a little bit diagonal and then go forward. So here's an overhead. All right, they are loud. And one more time. Okay. So with the overhead, it's going to be no different than a cattleman's, other than being above your head in the horizontal plane. Typically, if you're going to want to practice with the overhead, you're going to want to start doing a cattleman. I need some tutorials too. Start with the cattleman. There we go. And then start bringing the whip a little more diagonal, like so. Just like that. And then again, more progression towards the horizontal plane. So even this here, I like to do it just a little more diagonal. And then once you're really comfortable, you can do it perfectly above the head, like so. Try one more time. Okay. So again, it's about the same crack pattern in terms of, you know, if you're doing a cattleman, it's vertical. If you're doing overhead, it's horizontal. I'll do a few more cracks here in just a bit so you can watch a little bit more of that form. Just once again, if you have any questions, just let me know. And if you're one of my viewers other than Lindsey and you're watching this tutorial, go try some cattlemans and some overhacks. I don't know. Overhacks. Yeah, hack the whip over your head. No, I'm kidding. Overheads. So I'll do a few more cracks. Let me also show you from the front. There's the cattlemans. And some overheads. Another thing I guess I should mention that might be helping your case too, if you look at the coil of the whip, this video was not planned, so I don't really have a script down, I'm just kind of making it up, but so you look at the coil, it's going to be like that. So if you're cracking it like this, mine are a bit choppy like this because I've been using it like this, but one thing that might help you too is just go DeLonge style. This means that the curve of the whip is upward and then pointing behind you, so as you actually crack the whip, it's more fluid because that curve of the whip is already there. So let's try it like that real quick. As you can see, that's much more fluent. Do it one more time. The rollout is much better compared to having it against the curve like this, because if you look at the curve, it's more of a slash rather than an actual loop. So the loop of the whip, if you do it like this, is more towards the end. It's more of a hairpin loop. With the DeLonge style like this, it's going to be all the way down as you crack the whip. And that's the same for Cattleman's, that's the same for overheads, sidearm cracks, flicks, especially flicks. So let me demonstrate that real quick. So if I have that C curve up, I can go like this. That makes a very fluid motion all the way down. I'm not too sure what else would benefit you, perhaps recording yourself and watching yourself crack the whip too. You can kind of see what you might be doing right or wrong and then compare it to other professional crackers. As mentioned, Adam Winrich, phenomenal guy to learn from. That's how I learned. Blake Bruning of Trinity Whip Co. I'm sure has a lot of tutorials too. And you know, just do some research. There are people out there who are professional, whether they make whips or crack them. So if there's anything that I missed, they would probably tell you to do in case I missed it. So thanks for watching, Lindsey. Hopefully you could benefit from this. And to all my other guys watching, thanks for watching. Yeah, duh. And we'll see you next time.